So let's take you back to where we left off. We just finished the Smoky Mountains and the Smoky Mountains Part 1 after leaving Klingman's Dome, and we went to Gatlinburg. So Gatlinburg, we got out of Gatlinburg. For those of you who haven't been to Gatlinburg, it is Vegas, redneck Vegas. That's probably not the best way to say it, but it had experiences there that, you know, they had Ripley's Believe It or Not, Feel the Earthquake, just a lot of different things that I wasn't really expecting. Apparently they have moonshine tastings there. So yeah, we didn't partake of any of that. So we're moving on to part 2 of the Smokies. We'll be going from Newfound Gap all the way out to Standing Bear Hostel. So that is what this one's all about. So let's get going. All right, today we've been having some views, but the crazy thing about today is we are on the ridge. We've been walking a ridge for quite a while now. So it is downhill on this side. I'm gonna try and hide you from the wind. And downhill on this side. And our trail goes like that, and it's been that way. We are just on the ridge walking. Pretty cool. Today has been views. We've actually had views, and we have some beautiful views. There you go. Back behind us you can see layer after layer after layer. It's so pretty. We've really enjoyed hiking today. We've been up on the ridge line, just going level over level, going down a little bit, back up to the next mountain, taking the ridge tops. It's been a great day. Lovely hiking. The weather's been perfect. We've been doing a lot of ridge walking today, but we came across this. It is rocks and trees that the trail's on. It's not doing it much justice until I get down over here. There you go. There's the trail, and it is just rocks and trees, and it's really super cool because it's got like plants hanging off of it and water dripping. It's so cool. It's pretty. It's a great trail today. We've almost gone our 10.5 miles. 10.5 miles today. And we got kind of a late start, but dang, it's been a great trail today. We're going to do a little review on today. We went from Newfound Gap to Peck's Corner. Once we got going, it was probably about 10 o'clock. Papa Smurf and his wife, Sweet Alice, and their granddaughter, I believe her name was Sarah, picked us up from our hotel in the morning, and we went and got some breakfast, which was really, really tasty. And then she drove us up to Newfound Gap. And we got out there and started hiking, and apparently that's a popular day hike for Charlie's Bunyan. And so we saw a lot of day hikers, and a lot of day hikers are like, "Are you a thru hiker?" And they have lots of questions, so you kind of stop and, you know, "Can we take a picture?" It's really cute. I'd be the same way though, because thru hiking's pretty awesome. Anyway, so we went out to Charlie's Bunyan. After Charlie's Bunyan, we had just ridge walking, just nice, and we got views. We finally had some views. It was cloudy all day, but we did get some views. The clouds were high, and so that was nice. And we got into Peck's Corner. We met 3 teenagers that were from northwestern Alabama. We met a section hiker named, we call him Chaps. He's from Joplin, Missouri. And then Wes, Papa Smurf, Caboose, and myself were there, and then Duraflame and Ladybug were there. Miles and Mountain Goat didn't quite make it out, or didn't make it to the shelter that night out of Gatlinburg. So hopefully we'll see him later on. It was a really good night. The shelter was, we also had a sow-bower, our very first sow-bower. She's kind of a flip-flopper. She started at Harper's Ferry and then came south, but that was Tailspin. So she was by herself, and so she's like, wow, there's a lot of people here, because she hadn't been around a lot of people. So that was good, and the day was went really well, and we're pretty happy with how we went. So that is our recap. Nice trail. We did have a little bit of blue sky, which has been so elusive. We got to see our shadow. I haven't seen our shadow in so long. So yeah, it's a great trail. It's smooth, it's soft, it's wide, it's not muddy. It's just kind of nice. Walking along here, heading to Cosby Shelter tonight. We're probably about 5 miles out from it. It's not too bad. It's a great hike. Whew. Yeah. Kind of wish I had a GoPro for time lapse, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's so pretty and mossy covered, and just great. This is a great spot of the trail. Love it. Hey Nancy.
Hey Ange.
Do you see what I see?
Oh my gosh, it's blue. I haven't seen anything like that in the last 7 days.
I know, it's blue sky. All right, recapping today, we went from Peck's Corner all the way to Cosby Shelter. 13 miles-ish today. Peck's Corner, we had to go 0.4 in, so the mileage isn't quite right, because that's 0.4. That's pretty serious on the beginning of the day and end of the day. So, but it was a good shelter. We had some steep climbs today. Caboose really wasn't feeling it. I'm starting to get my trail legs. She's still having issues with her feet, and so it was kind of a long day. We did take our lunch / morning break at Corner Shelter, and so that was nice. We while we were sitting down eating, Duraflame and Ladybug came in, so we had lunch with them, so that was a lot of fun. And we just sit and chit-chatted. And then we started hiking along. It was kind of a long day. It was a little bit more than what we had anticipated. Dang flies. Steeper, you know, a lot more steepers and uppers and downers than yesterday. Yesterday was really nice, walking along the ridges. We got to the shelter. It was really nice. Chaps is here, Papa Smurf is here, Wes is here, and then Duraflame and Ladybug are here along with us. Papa Smurf he takes the tent always, and Ladybug and Duraflame are in their tent tonight as well, and the rest of us are in the shelter. It doesn't look like it's going to rain. However, we do have a tropical storm that's coming through, so it might come in later on tonight. We don't like to be in the rain. Packing up the tent doesn't quite fit back into its bag for me, so we tend to do the shelters unless we know that it's going to be decent weather, or if we're just kind of camping off on the side in a gap or something like that, then we'll do the tents. We did have an interesting stranger come by. We saw him on the trail, more Israeli, shirtless, had like a scope on him and like a grocery bag. And he was going south and asked about water. We told him where water was at, and then we got to here, and probably an hour after we were here, he comes walking into camp. We're like, okay. And everybody had encountered him, and he kept asking where water was at. And interesting enough, here at the shelter, he didn't go down into the water. So maybe he did find some water. We don't know what was in the grocery bag. He's kind of roaming around the United States at the moment, hitting different national parks. He plans to go up into the Canadian Rockies when the borders open up. June 21st, he plans to head up to Montana and head up into Canada. But just kind of, you meet some characters out here. If he had a day bag, it'd be one thing, but a grocery bag, shirtless. Oh, and he did have a large bottle of bear spray. So we're kind of a little wigged out about him, but we'll see how it goes. We should be fine. But that's the recap. We really not much really happened. We did see blue sky today, which was huge. We haven't seen blue sky in like 7 days. It's been cloudy or rainy, or we do get views, but the clouds, we still have clouds there. So it was really, really nice to see blue sky, to have the sun shine down on us. That was really nice. A little bit of struggles. Nancy's feet were really hurting her today. We took a good break, got her some medicine, something to eat, some food, some caffeine in her, and after a bit we got going, and she was doing okay. She does get back in the shelter, and we do get her feet up, shoes off, feet up, and make sure things are good. So we're trying to treat those feet really, really well. So mine are doing okay. I got my new shoes. I seem to be doing okay. No hot spots yet. I will give you a picture of my new shoes. And the gaiters. I got some. Let's see if I can show them to you. Oh, there we go. There's some Hokas, and they are trail runners. And then I got some Dirty Girl gaiters, which have skulls on them, but I thought they matched pretty well. They had the orange and the purple and the pink that have the shoes on them, and I really love them. I got tired of dirt and twigs and leaves and everything getting down into my shoes, and now it totally covers it up. It has Velcro on the back that hooks on with my shoes, so that stays down, and then there's a hook on the front here that hooks onto my laces. So I am really, really in love with my Dirty Girl gaiters. I have been wanting Dirty Girl gaiters since the beginning, and I never did get them. And now I am so glad I did. I'm enjoying the trail runners. They're not as heavy. The toe box is much wider. Sorry, I'm on low battery. But the toe box is wider, and my toes are able to move in them. So I'm really, really liking that. So that is our update today. Tomorrow's the last day in the Smokies. We head on out. I have a package at Standing Bear. We're going to resupply at Standing Bear, and then probably hit like a little campsite outside of Standing Bear to go get just a little bit further. We'll probably do about 12 miles tomorrow, and most of it is downhill. So we'll see how it goes. Dang, flies get my eyes. Here we are. We went 0.6 off trail and did the Kramer fire tower. And it is like this octagonal shaped tower, but you can walk all the way around the outside of it, and you get all of these fabulous views all the way around of the Smoky Mountains. There's like a shack down there or something. So yeah, looking down there, We're gonna head, I think, down into that valley somewhere. It's hot springs, which we're gonna be hitting. But yeah, all the way around. It is crazy views. We debated not coming up. Decided to come up. Nancy stayed down. Her feet are hurting. And any extra miles is killer for her. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful views. Check this out. It is a stone wall. That's pretty cool. That's a nice trail. The azalea blooms are down there. Look at that. That's pretty. That's pretty. Oh, and there's the end. I like the stone wall. Alrighty, so as you come in and out, you drop your AT through hike permits here, but because it is the year that it is, there are no through hike permits. So we are now leaving the Great Smokies and off to Davenport Gap we go. Woohoo! Check! Alrighty, the noise you hear is I-40. I'm heading up tall staircase. Here we go. Hi. Today's recap is in the tent because we spent a lot of time. It rained. We had some serious cells come through, so we are in the tent. It stopped raining. We finally got something to eat, and then hung the bear bags, and now we're back in the tent. So today we left the Smokies. It's the very last part of the Smokies. We left Cosby Shelter this morning, and then hiked out. Me and Duraflame and Ladybug hiked out to the Kramer Overlook Fire Tower, and that was really cool. Beautiful views. The video is stunning. Love the video. And then we hiked down to Davenport Gap. Had some lunch, sat there for like about a half an hour, let a little rain cell go by, climbed out, and went over the mountain to I-40, and then went to Standing Bear Farm, where I got a package for a new, for a Verizon SIM card. And then we also did a little resupply. They didn't have too much. It looked like they had a bunch of stuff, but it wasn't like anything that we would use. We did pack out a big old can of beef stew, and that's what we had tonight for dinner. And then we climbed out, and because of the rains and all that, it was a humid, straight up climb for 2 miles. And then we met back up with Duraflame and Ladybug at a campsite by a stream, which is where we're at. We went to go clean dishes tonight, and there was another through hiker that's down by the stream. He sat up during the storm. He said he was about 20 minutes of just pouring rain, and he decided to hop off and set up his tent, which honestly his name is Hopper. So he's in this little green Nemo tent. We'll probably see him in the morning. But yeah, so we did, with all the extra stuff today, we did over 14 miles. Nancy did a 13, 12, 8. I think she did 12, 8. We did about 14 with the extra miles. So it was a crazy day. 9 o'clock. It's hiker bedtime for sure. So good night.